Hi, my name is Ellen. I'm a librarian at the West Wyandotte branch of the Kansas City, Kansas Public Library, and today I'm going to show you how to use our tutor.com database to submit a resume and or cover letter for review by a professional tutor. The first thing you need to do is go to our website, kckpl.org. Once you get to our home page, you can click on the eCommunity tab and then select Databases alphabetically. And they're all under the first letter of their name. So tutor.com is in the T section. Just click on that shortcut. It'll take you straight there. Click on this tutor.com icon and it opens a new tab up on your web browser, and here's where you can start to access the database. Now, one thing you will have to do in order to utilize the services that I'm going to show you today is create an account. You'll need your library card number and an email address. And tutor.com is not going to send you any sort of spam emails. It's simply to receive notifications from them about your progress and things you've submitted for review. So I'm going to enter my library card number. And click submit. It's going to ask me for my password that I created when I was registering. I'm going to sign in. All right, so you see you have these different options. What we're doing today is selecting Submit a Paper for Review. So I'm going to click on that. And it tells you up at the top here, it's a 12-hour review. So you complete this, attach your document, and then they'll get it back to you within 12 hours. The really cool thing about mine was I got an email within 4 hours saying my document was done being reviewed. So their turnaround time can be quicker than 12, but it's within that 12-hour period. So I'm going to start off putting in my zip code here. And the next box down asks, what kind of help do you need? It automatically defaults to the job help, resume, and cover letter drop-off review, so you can just leave that. It says, what would you like your tutor to review? Today I'm submitting a resume, so I'm going to select that. And this gives a tutor an idea of why you're using the service in the first place, so they can help tailor their suggestions to your needs. I'm just going to say that I'm a career changer and pretend that I'm in a different industry and I want to start working in public libraries. This next section, it asks you to copy and paste the job announcement posting for which you are applying to, or copy the link to the posting itself. And if you click on submit without doing this step, it pops up that this is required and then asks you to describe the kind of positions you are applying for. So I'm not applying for a specific position, so I'm going to put public librarian, emphasis in customer service and programming, so that they kind of know what job I'm looking for, what industry I'm looking to get into, and that may influence some of the feedback that they have for me. This next section is where you upload your document. Now, I want you to notice this tiny little text right here. They only accept file formats that are doc, docx, and txt. So let's say you have your resume saved as a PDF. You're going to need to convert that or use your original file that was just a regular like Word document or text document. So in the meantime, I have saved my resume to my desktop. So I'm going to go choose file. And I'm at my desktop right here, and there it is. There's my resume. So if you double click, it'll just automatically add it there. And then if I were to click submit, it would send it in. I've already done that, so I'm not going to do that again. But just to let you know, when you do that, you will get a notification. It'll, pull up a new screen, and it'll tell you what time you submitted your resume or your document, and then let you know what time you should expect your review by, so that 12 hours. So it's 3:18 p.m. now. It will let me know I submitted my resume and then tell me that I should have an answer by 3:18 a.m. this morning. So, in another 12 hours. Since I've already submitted my resume, this is going to look a little bit different, but had you submitted it and visited the site the next day after your review was done, you would have a green banner right here under these boxes. You would have a green banner that telling you that you had an item for that you submitted for review and your feedback was available. Since I have already looked at it, I'm going to go to my account and go to my sessions. And it shows right here, I had Zena. She's a tutor who looked at my resume. I've already given her a 5-star rating. But if this was the first time you were checking this box would be peach. But since I've already looked at it, it is white. It's got no color. But the options you have are to check her feedback, look at your original document, and then look at the document where she marked up for edits. So I'm going to look at the summary feedback form. She says, "Thank you for sharing your resume with me. Your resume is effective and provides excellent insight into your work experience. I made a few minor suggestions for you considering implementing." So that's really nice. She gave me a little compliment there. And some of her feedback is, "Please look over the comments and suggestions I made on your resume. Regarding past work experience, all of those verbs should be in the past tense since you are no longer employed there. Other than that, resume is fabulous. Best of luck to you." So what she means is all my old jobs, when I talk about the things that I didn't use the past tense. So I need to change all of those so they're uniform and the same throughout my resume. So I'm going to go back to that previous tab, and here's where I can look at the review document that she has put her edits on, or her suggestions. And it's downloading. I'm going to click on it down here. And I submitted a Word document to her, so it's going to pull up Microsoft Word. And here is my resume with her markings. So you will see right here these little chat boxes. What you could do is click on those, and that'll tell you her comments, and it'll highlight what she's commenting on in pink. So if I go down here and click on this, it tells me this is awkward, consider removing. So I was primarily responsible with 2 others for creating a charge entry training department manual. And she suggested I just consider removing with 2 others. And I think I'm going to do that because that makes sense. It does sound a little awkward. And, if they ask me about it in the interview, I can just say, I was on a team of 2 other people, but I did the majority of the work. So here we have comments. This should be in the past tense since you are no longer at this position. So my last date of employment here was in February of 2016. So these were things that I did in the past. So I need to change this to charged. I need to change this to researched, resolved, and tracked. So that makes sense. So I'm gonna do those edits. I'll do that another time, so I'm going to close this out. But I also would like to go back in this summary feedback form and show you. Please give the tutors feedback. They count on that to do their jobs, and it'll only help you improve your relationship with the tutors if you let them know what you thought of how they did. I already rated her, so I put excellent. I said, yes, I would recommend her. And then, do you have more questions? No, thank you for your help. So that's about it. So that is what happens when you submit a document for review on tutor.com. Again, you can submit a resume, cover letter, or a paper. And if you have any questions about this, you can contact me, Ellen, at the West Branch, or Elena at the main branch. If you just want to send us your resume or cover letter for review by us, we can certainly do that. But tutor.com is wonderful because it's available to use to you for free with your KCKPL library card, and you can also use it at home. You do not have to come in the library during our normal business hours. You can use this at any time by just linking your library card number and your tutor.com account. So thank you for watching today.